So the answer is no. I'll just give my explanation based on these points. Out of the city limit, what happens in the US? Walmart has opened their store not in the city center. It was just on the outskirts of the country, and it was minimum at 10 km to 15 km from the city center. And the reason behind was that the Walmart store is having a 1.5 lakh square kilometer of their area, so it's very tough for them to just open that store in a city center. So they were just opening each and every store at the outskirts, and every US citizen is having a 4-wheeler or 2-wheeler, so they can easily afford to just travel such a long distance for purchasing of the things, which is not true with the Indian consumers. They cannot afford to just travel 10 km, 15 km just for purchasing of their vegetable, because their pocket is not very much big. Coming to second point, everything under one roof. What the US consumers mentality is that whenever they are going for purchasing any of the product to malls or retail outlets, they do not have any preconceived budget in their mind. So whatever things they are seeing at a retail outlet, they can purchase it. That's what I'm saying, everything under one roof, which is true at a US consumer's point of view, but it's not true as per the Indian consumer point of view. What happens with the Indian areas? They have an idea, they always have a predefined budget. So beyond that budget, they cannot purchase anything. So this condition also doesn't hold true for the Indian consumers. Personal touch. This is one of the best point to explain, because personal touch shows the loyalty of Indian consumers. They are more loyal towards their shopkeepers of their own quality. So this is the first question: why somebody will just leave their own this colony shopkeeper and just go to retail outlets when he's on a very good personal touch with that particular kirana shop? For this home delivery and carry, right now each and every Indian consumer, most of the Indian consumer is getting a free home delivery, and that's a better period of 2 or 3 months, because they have to pay after 2 or 3 months. So, which is not applicable, which is not true if they are going to purchase a thing from the retail outlets. So, this is one point. Also, Indian consumer will not willing to move towards retail outlets of Walmart. Last point is idea of buying a month supply. US consumers generally used to purchase the thing on a monthly basis, and their mentality is something different than Indian consumer. But Indian consumer believes in just doing purchasing of 7 days or max 8 days. The reason behind is that they do not have much of the deep pocket. Second thing, that they wanted to purchase fresh products day by day. So these are the points which Walmart has really think if they are coming to India. Now, let's start with the presentation will be taken by Mr. Paresh. Thank you. Hello everyone. My friend has taken a look at what Walmart is, what Walmart was, and what Walmart will be. But here we are talking about Walmart in India. So here are our recommendations that what Walmart should do and its senior management should think about before being in India. Our first point is to understand the Indian consumer behavior. Indian consumer, when compared to US consumers, the US consumers are much more complacent in their purchases. There are two basic reasons for this. First of all, having their deep pockets. They generally prefer to buy their purchases for whole of money, whereas Indians prefer to buy on the weekly basis. That too, and when we compare Indian customers, they vary their purchases depending upon the climate as well as the cultural difference. We have so much of the festivals. So during the Navratri, during the Diwali, we have different types of the purchases to be done. We consume different type of food, we consume different type of clothes, we consume different type of the artifacts which we use in our households. So here the basic criteria is understand the behavior of the consumers on the regional basis. The second point is about the failures of the Walmart. Now we all know that Walmart is the king of retail, but it too had a failure. It was failure in South Korea, it was failure in Germany, it was failure in Japan, it was somewhat failure in China. The major two failures were in South Korea, where they were not able to cater the market which the South Korean people require. They are basically hardworking people and but quality conscious. So they can basically, when choosing between quality and the lowest price, they prefer a quality, and they are able to shell out more of the money to the quality. So that was the major failure, as well as the region. They are much of the adherent to their they basically stick to their customers, and then the mass customization was the problem for Walmart. Now when we talk about Germany the population was very less, so again getting the market with a different product in these small quantities was a loss making
for Walmart. And second, there is a large prevailing unemployment as well as economies of scale differences, which was the basic failure for the Walmart in Germany. Now Walmart has to take care of these two things, regionality as well as the economies of scale and the pocket shelling out of the people. Now the third part was the repeatability of the formula, that is lowest price. Now India is a market where people are not much of the quality conscious, but they are much of the price conscious. So they are able to make or save a good amount of the money on their daily purchases, which they can share on the basic commodities like healthcare and insurance part of the family. And again, we are the people who are having a small per capita income. So lesser the prices, more will be the market which will be given to. The fourth one is, again when we are talking about India, it has been divided into 28 states, 28 regions, 28 languages, 28 type of people, all you are dealing with. So I basically recommend is that they should come with a joint venture in India. When you are coming in India, country, in a market like India, with capital, with the technology, you need to understand the behavior of the people towards the technology, towards the capital. And for that understanding that behavior, the inside people has to know. When an Indian represents a Walmart, they can better negotiate with an Indian guy on a market basis, so that they can get a better deal. And finally, again, the strategic location and regional diversity. The strategic location as well as when we compare India is divided into 4 regions: South India, North India, East India, West India. It too has the different people, different cultures, and when we compare these things, it all varies in a very wide scale. The people in North India wear saris, whereas the people in South India, they are basically more towards white kind of clothes. So there, you have to cater a different kind of the commodities in the large supply at the lowest cost possible, and that too in a minimum price. So these are the things which they have to take care of. So basically, before winding up this presentation, we can say that Walmart is welcome to India, we are the Indians who basically embrace each and every opportunity to us. But come with the right perspective so that we can develop ourselves, we can develop it.